Okay, welcome to a very special episode of The Rest of My Life. I'm Lance Ash. Have a very special guest star today, my friend Mitch Maxey.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hey, all right. Okay, I'm normally I'd hold the microphone and go back and forth, but I'm going to put it between us. Hopefully you'll be able to hear everything. All right, I'm setting the microphone down now.
It's the penis between us.
It should be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna eyeball it and I roughly do a 20-minute show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mainly because for whatever reason it takes forever to upload anything.
So what's in your bag?
Oh,
you don't have a bag.
Oh, you know about that.
I know your thing.
I don't have any CDs in here right now. But if you ask me what I've been listening to lately, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, can't think what else. There was this band, one-hit wonder band, maybe 20 years ago, called Palo Alto. And they were on Rick Rubin's record label, and they had one hit called "Some Things Must Go This Way." And I got to thinking about it because years ago I got their album at the thrift store just because I like the cover art, and when I was listening to it years ago, that song stood out to me because it has this I don't know, there's this thing called Gene, Britain band from 30 years ago that had a neat sound. It sounded a lot like that. So I got the record in the car the other day and I was listening to it. I thought, well, I'm going to play that for Bonnie when I get home. So I get on the computer and this has been about a month ago, I guess. I'm looking for the song. And I punch it in, and lo and behold, Scott Weiland, the singer for Stone Temple Pilots, had done a version of it.
Oh, really?
It is fantastic.
He had such a great voice.
He was
and
so talented.
The singer for Soundgarden, he too had a good voice. What's his name?
Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell, yeah.
When he died, I was telling Steve, I just don't understand it. He was good looking. He had a wife, kids. He could play the guitar. He could write songs. He could sing. And he just, piss it away. Fuck it. Same thing with Scott Weiland.
Well, Scott Weiland, I don't know what mental issues he's had, but Chris Cornell was, he was in deep depression. He had terrible mental illness that way. And he said the only time he didn't feel it was when he was playing music and things of that nature. But the one song I have of those guys in my queue is the one I think is about suicide. Like a Stone, I think is the name of it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that song. That's on that last record.
Such a good song. Yeah. So good.
That last Soundgarden record I really like a lot. The last song on the album is called I can't think of the name of it, but it's got this neat little guitar riff that goes around and around, and he says, "Don't know where I'm going, I just keep on rowing." You know the song?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
They were good.
All of them.
All of them were good. And
all of them were dead except for Eddie Vedder.
And I can't think of the name of the band. It's one of those bands that came out where it'd have a singer and then kind of a guy that would rap. It became really big. But his big hero and friend was Chris Cornell. And he had the same issue mentally as Chris Cornell. I can't remember this guy's name. Somebody will. That'll be listening to this.
Yeah, the three people. Yeah,
the regular listeners. Somebody is gonna know. But not long after Chris Cornell went, he went too, and he had kids and a family and all that.
When Scott Weiland died, I guess she was his ex-wife at that point, but she came out with this statement. She says, "I really don't want to hear anybody talk about what a great heroic rock star death he glorifying how he went out, because he shouldn't be dead right now. He should be in the backyard with his kids."
Right.
And which I thought was really cool. But he did, they all liked each other in the band, but his drug problems kept pulling them apart. And they broke up and got back together several times. So during one of their breakups, they formed a totally different band with a different singer, and he did at least one solo. I mean, overall, he wound up doing 2 solo records. Plus, he had Velvet Revolver, and plus he had another band he did. But the funny thing is, I've got the band, the rest of the band, the album they did without him. I've got that record, and the music sounds like Stone Temple Pilots, and the singer kind of sounds like him, but it's not the same.
But it's not the same, yeah.
And but what I've heard from his solo records is really good.
Now, were they Soundgarden albums?
No, it's called Talk Show.
Oh, okay.
And I had known about that, and I was at the thrift store looking around, and I saw it. I was like, oh my God, it's that record. It sold nothing. You know?
Right, yeah.
And you had that first Velvet Revolver album, and you loaned it to me, and I'm listening to it going, this sounds exactly like Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland.
Right. So good. I had sent you, this has been a while back, through email, a song from Cake called Thrills. You didn't comment on it. I wasn't sure if you didn't see it or
I don't
didn't
know,
care
I
for
it.
It's the one, it's pretty funky music, but it's just this guy talking. And it's like something we would have heard in chapel back at school. So you don't remember anything like that?
I don't remember that.
Just the juxtaposition of the whole thing, how making what he said, which is completely just foolish, but putting it to a groovy beat. That's also in my queue.
You would surprised how many Cake records I have.
Oh, really?
And I didn't even realize I was getting Cake records. Because I'd see them and go, oh, that's because you can tell by their covers, they're all the same.
Right.
So a couple months ago, I was going through all my CDs, organizing shit. I was like, it's a Cake. 1, 2, 3. My God, I have like 5 of them.
Man, I love them. They're great.
Are they the ones who sang How Do You Afford Your Rock and Roll Lifestyle?
Yeah.
There used to be this antiques market off 85. I don't know. I don't think it was Aunt Agatha's, or it was called something. But anyway, it was like a great big warehouse with all these antiques booths inside of it. And then the back, like the loading dock, somebody had built a building on the loading dock. And they had like collectible records and collectible posters and stuff. And I used to go in there, and I went in there one day, and they were playing that song over the thing. And I never knew who it was for like a year or two until you told me who it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one time I got to see him, Randy went, man, you didn't want to go. Steve didn't want to go. I was like, man, I know Randy will go.
Well, after Charlie Watts died, I went into work that night like this. Because I knew if he saw me, he was going to go, lost old Charlie. Don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know. Probably get another drummer.
Well, they did,
Right.
But, okay, because he had told me for years, well, I think when Charlie dies, that's when they're going to hang it up,
Right.
But they replaced him with Steve Jordan.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about this. Okay, when Bill Wyman retired, they replaced him with Darryl Jones, which is the black guy. Now Charlie Watts is dead. They replaced him with a black guy. I think it'd be funny if one by one they're replaced by black guys, and the Stones wanted all black.
Right. That's funny. And then change their name to the Family Stones when it just happens.
I wonder who could replace. I mean, of course, if you ask my wife, she'll say, "Oh, Lenny Kravitz could replace Mick Jagger." She thinks Lenny Kravitz is hot.
Yeah, I like his voice. That first album was pretty good.
The first one's good. Second one's good. Third one's good.
His daughter plays Catwoman in the new.
Yeah,
the new Batman. And talk about hot.
Really? It's funny how I thought when her career started, she was just, they gave her that because she's famous, the person's daughter. But she's kept the career going.
Well, I was telling somebody at work, we couldn't remember any of their names, then we finally one by one did, and mentioned Lisa Bonet, and I told them the story, the New York story.
About running into Macy's.
And didn't she look around and just look at us like, we were just staring, I mean, like little kids, but...
I don't remember.
16-year-old kids, I guess, 15-year-old.
I didn't know who she was. All I
You,
remember.
oh, I thought you did.
No, all I remember is we got back on the bus after going into Macy's, and the girls are going, "That was Lisa Bonet. That was Lisa Bonet. Oh, we saw Lisa Bonet." And I was like,
I thought it was just you and I that saw her on an escalator. She was in front of us. Was that just me dreaming later?
I don't know. It was my impression that they saw her in some department of the place, like the perfume area or something. And
They probably did. That's probably where she was. But I remember being on an escalator, and I thought it was with you, just staring at her. And we were way behind her, 20 feet or whatever.
maybe, I don't remember that.
And yeah, I think she turned around and just was like,
Bonnie reminded me of something that I totally, and it's funny, this has happened a lot lately, that I'll get reminded of something, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot all about that. She reminded me that years ago, I rode on the train, the shuttle thing at the Atlanta airport with David Spade. We're the only two people on the thing, and he was looking away from me like he didn't want me to notice who he was, and he didn't want to have anything to do with me. And I was like thinking,
I have a similar story with David Spade.
that looks like David Spade. And then that afternoon, I saw in the paper David Spade appearing at so-and-so club.
Well, Winnie and I were going, I guess, I don't know, one of the trips I'd won when I was in sales, I guess. But anyway, we were on the shuttle at the Atlanta airport and sitting down, and there was plenty of people in there. We're sort of in one corner. And I make some stupid joke, and she just, gives me one of those, you're an idiot. So I'm giggling, laughing, because I've made myself laugh and whatever. And I look around and he's in the other corner standing up with this big dude, like a bodyguard with him. He's glaring at me. Like, I felt at the time, I just went like this just to acknowledge him. And I felt at the time that he was thinking, my life sucks. I'm over here with this big dude. And then this dude's, having fun with his little mistress over there.
Now that you mentioned that, yeah, he was with this guy, and the guy had like not thick glasses, but like horn-rimmed glasses, and he was about 7 inches taller than David Spade.
Spade's a little guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Weep, weep, weep. He's got all those little sound effects when he tells stories.
Yeah, I liked him okay on Saturday Night Live, but then I got tired of him really fast.
You probably haven't seen much of his stand-up. He's really funny.
One of the things I wanted to talk about to you when you got over here was oh shit. Okay, did you listen to the episode I did about John, whose father was an assistant pastor at Prince Avenue, and
assistant pastor. Oh, John. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about, what was the actress that I said he looked like? You walked out of the room.
You said, years ago, we were talking about this guy I went to high school with, and Mitch said, yeah, have you noticed he looks like Emma Thompson? And I like Emma Thompson, so I did not like the association.
You just walked off.
I just went, no, and I walked out of the room. I don't want to get that in my head.
It was great. Yeah. That guy, I wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, or something about that I was going to ask you if you remembered something. Oh, I know what it was. Well, there's a lot of stuff, but years ago, must have been when Dallas, the TV show Dallas was hot. I mentioned something about, last night on Dallas this happened, and he looked at me like, he goes, your parents let you watch Dallas?
I have plenty of moments like that myself, so, I can't really make fun. I bought in, man. I bit hard on that whole thing. You did for a little while.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, they stopped me from masturbating for about a year.
I love that story. I think you've told it on your... I know I've heard it several times, but... yeah, I think one of the last ones I heard is one of your funniest stories. I was laughing out loud. And I've got to finish the episode because I haven't. But it's the whole no underwear thing, but the dribbling.
Oh, yeah.
When you got to your resolution, I was crying. Crying.
Oh,
I'm not going to say if somebody hasn't heard it, they can go back and listen to it. But I can't remember the name of it. It might have been. I think
That
the title should have been. We're gonna ruin it. The title should have been Baby Sock for that episode.
That was Confession.
Confession. That's what it was. I've ruined it.
That's all right.
So funny.
I looked at my subscribers the other day, and it used to be 11. Now it's 15. All of a sudden.
I told Steve he had to listen to this episode, and he said okay, but he hasn't said anything about it, so I know he hasn't listened to it.
Well,
how many subscribers? 17?
now it's up to 15.
Oh, that's okay.
Normally they give you a notification. You just got a new subscriber, but
Right.
I haven't gotten that for a while. And I looked the other day, and I was like,
Well, I like them. You know, if you hit the like button, it boosts whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe it threw it in somebody's. I mean, it's interesting to hear people talk, and especially when they tell interesting stories.
yeah, it's like old time radio.
It really is. We've gone full circle here.
It is.
We're getting Black Plague apparently, and it's the way it should be.
Well, there's something about.
All these famous people now are doing podcasts.
Right.
Which is radio.
Well, the thing is, you can listen to that and still be working. Because your eyes aren't drawn to whatever.
Well, to me, I've told you this before, I think my favorite comedian of all time would be Bob Hope, because he conquered everything that was possible to conquer. Radio, stage, movies, he did TV, he traveled around, he did all that stuff. And unfortunately, today, the closest we got to him that has conquered everything in one form or another is Joe Rogan, because he's got that blazing podcast.
Well, I was going to say Howard Stern, but...
Yeah, but he hadn't done stand-up. Or
I guess
Rogan's
not.
stand-up isn't that great, but...
Oh, dear. Yeah, Marshall Mcluhan was a media analyst back in the 60s, and he had this whole thing about, I can't remember which one is hot media and which is cold media, but the point was that since television gives you everything, you don't have to, I can't remember how he put it, but it's totally different from radio, because radio, you've got to do half the work, because you're hearing it, but you've got to, the vocal, visual element's missing.
Right, yeah.
But that's a bonus when you're working, because you don't have to look at it. And that's why, like, when I'm painting, I listen to nothing but YouTube, basically. But I don't have to look at it.
Right, yeah.
So the stuff I'm trying to find on YouTube is all audio stuff. And the podcasts are great. The thing about George Rockwell Schmidt's show is he knows this. So a lot of his videos just show a lava lamp. That's it.
No,
he doesn't
because
have,
it's all about the, yeah.
He doesn't even have to bother with it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's his trademark now. By the way, everybody, yes, I know I'm aping George on this episode. That was the whole point.
How?
By having my friend over to talk.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd like to do more of these. It's fun.
Yeah. And the weird thing about George's show is he doesn't tell you much about himself. But accidentally, once in a while, something will come out. And about a year ago or so, he mentioned my wife. And I wrote in the comments, "Wife? When did this happen?"
That's funny.
And somebody wrote back, "Jealous?" And I said, "Yeah, I wanted to wear the white veil."
Yeah, I listen to several podcasts at work, and I just have to take my mind off of it. There's one cat at work that just a jibber jabber, you know, and it ruins my day.
The thing is, I would probably do that, but I wear earplugs because I just want to block out as much noise as possible, and so I can't put those inserts in my ears with the earplugs already in them. And then if you wear headphones, you get the wire to deal with.
I run it through my shirt, so it's less of a problem. But it does get hooked on stuff. Sometimes I get jerked out of my ear because the cord's, it's in my pocket, right? And the cord's sticking out. It's a problem.
And I don't have a smartphone, so I'd have to run it through something else.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an old-fashioned phone. Oh my God! For those of you who don't know, Mitch also works at the post office, and we've both been associated with the post office our whole fucking lives.
Oh yeah, I'm born into it pretty much.
Because both his parents worked at the post office, and both of mine worked at the post office. Oh. Oh, a little update. I had lunch with my sister and my father yesterday. First time my father has seen my sister and me in the same place in years. So I thought that'd be nice for him.
You know something I think would jazz it up? I just thought of this.
Uh-huh.
That little film that we did and those little commercials you came up with. Do some fake commercials. Because
okay.
most of the podcasts I listen to, they'll cut in for a commercial, paid commercial. But just the one love song, remember that?
Yeah. Oh God. Oh shit. Yeah. I wish I could find all those old recordings and stuff. And so much crap was on those old camcorder cassettes that I have no way to transfer over to CD or DVD. Years ago, we had a couple of camcorder cassettes with film of the kids when they were little, and I transferred that over to VHS tape. Now I need to put that into a DVD, and I don't even know where that thing is. So
Yeah, I have some VHS I'd like to get transferred. You can send it off. I think there's a place in Atlanta that does it. Might be a place here in Athens.
I need to do that.
Maybe a place here in Arnoldville.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Do you remember Vinyl and Videos?
Yeah,
That guy Brad that ran that
the
store.
big guy.
Not the big guy.
Okay.
The guy with the big sort of frog eyes. I don't know. He was
I know
the
who you're
owner.
talking about. They're like co-owners, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he died. Did you know he died?
No, I
he
didn't
had
know.
cancer.
Oh,
But anyway, he moved operations out to.
What a great God we serve, by the way.
He moved operations up to that little town. Oh Christ, I can't think of it. Bishop. Yeah, Bishop. He changed the name of the store to Cosmic Debris. Anyway, Steve knew him and said that he made.
That's a great name. Cosmic Debris.
Because it's named after a Frank Zappa song.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he would transfer stuff from cassettes over to CD. So the first two albums I ever did on CD were done by him. He transferred the stuff over. And this is a guy who knows REM and knows the people. So I go in there a couple days later to pick up the album from him, and he's handing it over to me, and he goes, "You write all that?" And I went, "Yeah." He goes, I'm like, "Oh, high praise."
Right. That's funny.
Oh God! This new record I'm recording. First of all, I can't do shit with my daughter in the next room.
Oh, because you got to make noise.
Yeah. So what I've been trying to do is when she's not here, I'll record. Normally, I always do acoustic guitar. It's easier to do. And I thought, well, I'll do an all-electric record. So I've been recording the electric tracks here, and then play them in the car and try to make up something in the car along with it.
Some lyrics and too, or yeah.
Lyrics and melody, yeah.
Yeah.
So last night I told Monty, I gotta go out for a drive.
Because you got to work on it.
Got to listen to this thing, and I'm trying to fit these stupid lyrics in with it. And I found something clicked.
I love your lyrics. The lyrics it's always a stumbling block for me. My mind always wants just to step in sap when I'm writing lyrics. I don't know what it is. I think it's one reason I love Kick, because their lyrics are so good. That guy's lyrics. I guess it's just the one guy doing it. But, I've been listening a lot of Ronnie Lane, too, with, was it Slim Chance is the name of the group? Yeah. After, when he quit the Faces. He's a great lyricist, great songwriter.
What is Richard doing lately?
I don't know. Eating peanut butter by the spoonfuls, I guess. No, I dropped in on him months ago. I told you about that. And I don't know what he's doing since. Occasionally I'll see Joan, she'll say something on Facebook, but he's never on.
Oh.
He'll say happy birthday to one of the boys.
I'm terrified of like yesterday, my sister drove me home from the lunch, and I told her about the YouTube channel. She goes, "Oh, I'll have to listen to that." And I'm thinking really fast in my mind, what bad shit have I said about my sister on the
Oh, we could tell some Richard stories.
Oh God, so many.
So many. Two come to mind. One, I was with him. I didn't have Devin. He's got 3 boys. The oldest is about the same as my son, but my son wasn't with me that time. So we went out to this church. It was like this Halloween thing they were having. But the boys weren't interested in that. His boys just wanted to ride their skateboards. And they're young. I don't know, 9, 10, 11, something like that. And Richard and I are leaning on a railing watching them. And Richard goes, "I used to hate skate fags. Now I got 3 of them."
When we worked back before they moved us up to Atlanta, around Halloween one year in the break room, they had a big stack of free tickets to this Halloween haunted house thing. And I thought, oh, that'd be fun to do. It was that road that connects where we used to work up to Winterville.
Yeah.
Off there somewhere. So I told Bond, "Look, I got 4 free tickets to this thing. Let's go do this with the kids." Okay, yeah. So we get there, and it's pitch black, and there's people lined up in a line in the dark. And we get up to the table, getting closer and closer to the table, and this guy who was like the organizer is walking up and down and telling everybody, "All right, everybody, hold on. We're going to open up very soon. I'm just waiting for a few more of my demons to show up." And I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together. And when we got to the table to turn the tickets in, I told the girl behind the counter, I said, "Is this some sort of religious thing?" And she goes, "Yeah, it's a depiction of hell." I went, "Okay, give me the tickets back." I took the tickets, turned around to the crowd in the dark and said, "I'm selling tickets for half price." So they bought them, and we went rid of the movie.
That's funny, yeah. Oh my God.
We're going to scare you out of hell.
Oh man, you remember those? I don't know. When I was a kid at church, they had 2 movies or videos they showed us, and one was about somebody not living the right kind of life and dying in a terrible motorcycle accident and going to hell. That was the whole point of the movie, to scare you.
Yeah.
And
oh God,
it did as a kid. Fear, I can't stand it.
I got an old issue of National Lampoon, and it's got this wordless cartoon, and it's like the 2 paths you can take.
Right.
And it's got these 2 girls that starts off when they're little and takes them all the way through their lives, contrasting their lives. And one girl is good, and one girl is bad. And the bad girl shows her panties to the other girls, or the other boys when they're little, and she becomes a high class call girl and becomes rich and famous, and old rich men give her the money. And the good girl winds up getting married, and her husband knocks her up a couple of times. He becomes a worthless drunk and loses everything, and she winds up just a penniless bum. And the last panel has them meeting each other again, and the rich bad girl is dropping $1 towards her in the gutter.
That's pretty funny.
They want to make out like it's all...
Oh, but the treasure's in heaven.
Oh, God. We have done almost 30 minutes. Let me double check.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Oh, we have, yeah.
Okay, let's see where we're at. Ooh, 30 minutes. Okay, let's see. I can't think of any other remarks to make.
Go get some cake albums.
Okay, I've been off work for, as of today, 10 days. So I was really looking forward to that big lottery win, but it didn't happen.
Oh my God, that is up to over 700. So
it's almost 800 now.
I saw it today.
So I'm gonna be back to work next week, and I'm not looking forward to it. All right, Mitch. Any concluding remarks?
This was fun.
Oh, well, good.
Go ahead and
Thank
do
you.
it again.
Yeah. All right. So, thank you very much for listening. See you later. Bye bye.